Hello everybody and welcome back. As you have read in this video, I'm going to show you how to check the health of your hard drive using a built-in Windows tool. Now, I'm going to connect to this laptop, which is the one I'm going to use using RDP. And this is a built-in application in Windows. So we are now in the hard drive. So why do we need to check our HDD health or hard drive disk? I found three reasons to that. The first one is your hard drive performance is going slow. That means you don't feel you feel the computer getting slower and slower. The second one is if your hard drive is more than a year old, and just a side note, it is advisable to check your hard drive for errors at least twice a year. And the third one is that if you're planning to migrate your data to a new hard drive, or the new SSD. Now, next, we look for the command prompt interface or CMD. This tool will allow us to perform what we need. We need administrative privileges to run this check. So as you can see, right click and run as administrator. It's going to ask us if we want to proceed. Yes. We are also going to open PowerShell in the command prompt. PowerShell is like the big brother of CMD. We can do many more things from this interface. We are also going to need to run it as with admin privileges. So as we do on CMD, we're going to right click on it and we are going to run it as administrator. It's going to ask us again and we click OK or yes. Now the commands that we are going to type in PowerShell is get/disk. And what we are going to get with this command is the maker of the hard drive, the health status. As you can see, it says healthy. The operation is online. Well, it has to be, otherwise we wouldn't be working. The size of the hard drive and the number, which is 0. By default, is normally 0. It can be 1 or 2 depending where you connect the hard drive on your motherboard. As you can see, it has been made by Toshiba. Now, in the other, we're going to type another command, which is wmic disk drive get status, and it's going to tell us the status of the hard drive. In both, we have that the status of our hard drive is okay. We're going to try the same command on the PowerShell. The first command, which is get disk, is not going to work in CMD because it's very limited. I'm not saying is not a good choice, but PowerShell is way better. You can do way more things. You can go more granular in what you are doing on Windows. Now, as you can see, both show us the same results. What we are going to do now, in both we can check. We are going to run the check, the actual check, which is check disk. You can see here, I have put the command with the interrogation symbol, and it shows us all the possible combination for the check disk. The ones we care about is F/F because it's going to fix errors if found on the disk, and the other is /R which locates bad sectors and recover readable information. It also implies F. So if we run /R, is going to do the same as F does. So for this end, we're going to type the command. Again, we can type it in both PowerShell or CMD. Now we're going to type R. What is going to happen now, we are going to need, we cannot do it while we are using the operating system. It has to be when we restart it again. As you can see here, it's going to tell us just that. And it says that if we want to check it the next time we restart our operating system. And we are going to, excuse me, and we are going to type yes or Y, because that's what we are going to do next. Now we need to restart the computer. I'm going to run the command shutdown /R, which means restart /F, which means I'm going to force it, and /T0. Now, as you can see here, this is a picture I took when it was running the scan. It's going to stay in 10 for it took like hour and a half. And don't worry if it doesn't go up, it's going to end, it's going to restart at the end. Now we are back. It took like 1 hour and 40 minutes to run the scan. We are going to go to, we're going to use a tool called Event Viewer. We just type it there, Event Viewer. And, oh, by the way, I'm using Windows 10. Sorry for not telling you this before, but you might have noticed for the looks of the desktop. Now, in Event Viewer, we can check single process, every single alert that Windows has delivered to us. It can be errors or regular things that happens in the background. Now that we are on the Event Viewer application, we're going to open Windows Logs, Applications. We're going to make it a little bigger so we can see better. And as you can, as I was telling a few seconds ago, you see all the information, all the warnings, all the alerts that the operating system generates. Not all are bad. Not all need to be checked. For instance, you can see here there is an error here, but the error is that the license of Office 2016 is not active because I have the trial one. So that one is not a really important alert or error. So we can disregard that one. As you can see, all the info, if we start reading it, we will find many things. What user, the login information, not the password, but who logged to this computer at what time and all that. Now, what we need to look for is an event that happened that triggered the checklist that we ran some time ago. So we're going to look for it. The best way to find it is if you started running the command after 4, you start looking in Event Viewer for the alerts or the information after 4. So we are going to check. We're going to look for the file which is WinInit. Okay, it's called WinInit. It's an information log. So we're going to click on it, and all the information is here. Since we cannot read it very well, we're going to select it all with Ctrl A, and we're going to copy it to a TXT file. Right click anywhere on the desktop, we go to New, we go to Text Document, we open it, and Ctrl V, and we copy it. V. Everything is here. So the important parts that we need to check in this log are that the checking file system on C, that's the only hard drive we have, the only volume we have, and is NTFS, which is the newer disk system for Windows. Okay, it has been scheduled. Yes, we have done that. It has some stages. For instance, the stage 1 is examining basic file system structure. Okay, it's going to check if it has bad sectors, bad files, and all what's needed to confirm the health of our hard drive. The next one, stage 2, is examining file name linkage. So all this process is what takes like 1 hour or more than an hour to finish. In the end, what we're going to check is the data files processed, the bytes processed, and the bad cluster in user file data. And we see that all these stages ended with no problems. And this is the important part. Windows has scanned file system and found no problems. So that's what we want to read every time we run our scan. Now, all PC makers like Dell, Lenovo, HP, Toshiba, or any other, they all have their own way to check for hardware issues, which as check disk, they need to be run before we start the operating system. Okay guys, this is what I wanted to show you today. I hope you enjoy. If you like, please give it a like. If you have some thoughts, leave it in the comment section below. I make videos once a week. If you like this video, please consider to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye. See you next video.